Do you have to turn off your brain to believe? The ego says belief requires blindness. It says faith is foolish, that intelligence is its enemy. But the Course reminds us, the brain cannot interpret what your vision sees. That means truth is not processed, it's recognized. The mind that tries to measure God with logic only proves that it still believes in separation. You can't analyze light from within the dark. Faith isn't the absence of thought. It's the redirection of thought. It's what happens when thinking becomes a servant instead of a master. The ego built a false hierarchy, facts above faith, faith against facts. But God is not symbolic, He is fact. That line from the Course dismantles the whole debate. It says what is real does not depend on belief. Faith then is not pretending, it's remembering. When you place pathetic faith in what your eyes and ears report, as the Course says, you're not being rational. You're worshipping perception. You're trying to prove what is seen by what is blind. True faith doesn't reject facts. It exposes false ones. It's not anti-intellectual, it's meta-intellectual. It lifts the mind beyond what reason can calculate, but never against reason itself. The Holy Spirit never asks for stupidity. He asks for stillness. He doesn't say, turn your brain off. He says, turn it in. That's the shift, from analysis to awareness, from concept to experience, from intellect to insight. Faith isn't a reaction to ignorance. It's the natural state of an undivided mind. You don't need to fight facts to rest in faith. You only need to stop using the body's brain to do the mind's work. The brain can store data, but only the spirit can reveal meaning. The ego hates that, because it means it can't control revelation. It wants understanding to be earned, graded, and proven. But revelation can't be proven, only received. That's why faith terrifies the intellect that serves the ego. It's not that faith opposes thought, it's that it dethrones it. Faith is the light behind the thought, not the argument within it. The Course says, step back in faith and let truth lead the way. That is the turning point, not turn off. Turn in. Turn away from interpretation toward direct seeing. Turn away from explanation toward extension. Turn away from the noise of understanding toward the silence of knowing. To turn faith inward is to let thought rest in truth. And to do that is not ignorance, it's remembrance. It's the moment you realize that the facts of the world were never the facts of God. That the mind's awakening is not a surrender of intelligence, but its restoration. Faith isn't opposed to knowledge, it's the bridge to it. And every step across that bridge is a surrender of false certainty. Belief gives way to knowing. Logic bows to love. And the brain, the proud interpreter of illusions, finally falls silent before the fact of God. Perhaps the greatest act of intelligence, he might say, is knowing when to stop thinking, to look beyond the blackboard of the mind where equations end and truth begins, to realize that faith and fact were never enemies, only mirrors reflecting the same light from opposite sides of a veil. And so our traveler steps through that veil, not blind but seeing clearly for the first time, in that other dimension we call the twilight zone.